Welcome to The Jeweler's View. I'm Courtney Gray, metalsmith, educator, and creative business strategist. After 25 years in the jewelry industry, running one of the country's top metalsmithing schools, coaching artists, advising companies and organizations, and hosting interviews with some of the best in the craft, I finally created the kind of support I wish I'd had from the start. This podcast is a part of that. Each week, I share the lessons I had to learn the hard way so you can build a rhythm that supports your creative work, your values, and the life and business you actually want. Find tools, coaching, and my Transform course at CourtneyGrayArts.com, and let's get to work. Welcome back to The Jeweler's View. We have made it, my friends. 53 episodes, one full year of The Jeweler's View. I am stoked. Before we dive in, I want to send a special shout out to Reed Smith, master engraver and one of the earliest listeners of this show. Reed, thank you for riding this wave with me and for bringing your incredible craft and steady presence to this community. You've been sending me notes along the way, and it has not gone unnoticed. I'm so grateful for them. They're fuel for my tank, which helps me fill yours. Reed wrote, "You did it. I was there just about the whole time, and I watched you. In case you missed it, you rocked it. Sincerely, Reed." Thank you, my friend. That means more than you know. If you've been here since day one, or even if you joined last week, thank you for showing up. You've helped turn an idea that started on my patio with a cup of tea into a living, breathing rhythm. Last week, we talked about commitment as an anchor and how showing up again and again creates freedom. This week, we're turning that reflection into direction. We're looking back, we're celebrating what worked and gently shaping what comes next. And just to be clear, this isn't the end of the year yet. We're only in November, but that's exactly why this is the perfect time to start planning. Before the rush of holidays and deadlines, give yourself space to map things out. Study your calendar. Look honestly at what was too much or not enough this year, and start designing a year that actually feeds you. When I recorded the first episode of this show, I promised myself one thing: to stay consistent for one full year. I kept that promise, and what a year it's been. I launched Transform 3 times, welcoming new students into our creative community, growing the membership circle for my Transformer students to keep them motivated, partnering up with Guess Wine as the show's first sponsor. Thank you, Guess Wine. And publishing a full collection of essays and episodes that now live as a library forever for makers who are ready to build a business that lasts. But I want to be clear, this rhythm was not built from endless energy. It was built in the middle of life, through hospital visits, creative blocks, family struggles, and days when I had nothing left but discipline, the commitment I had made, and love for this work. That's the truth of the creative path. We build while we're living. Now it's your turn to look back. Grab a notebook later today and trace your own story of this year. Not a resume, just look for patterns, a rhythm. I want you to write down what you created, what you learned, where you showed courage, and maybe what surprised you. Don't just record the wins here. Honor the pivots, the pauses, the recoveries. Those count too. Because reflection isn't about keeping score. It's about recognizing movement. And again, look for data, look for patterns. Here's another testimonial. I've been feeling kind of stuck this year. Courtney's podcast was a great reminder to reframe from stuck to pivoting. She reminds us to celebrate our little wins, no matter how small. Thank you, listener. This was from SMoon14ATX. Can't ever see your names, which I wish we could, but thank you so much for taking the time and for tuning in. Honestly, everything is a learning curve, right? We're always learning. It's not failure. It's pivoting. It's moving forward. That line, celebrate your little wins, that's what this whole episode is about. So once you've looked back, choose 3 lanes for next year, not 10, not 20, 3. Ooh, this is hard for me. I want to do it all the time, and I want to do it fast, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, so first, pick your creative lane. What work lights you up at the bench right now or at your sketchbook, whatever you're working on? What work lights you up? How does it feel? Do you light up? Are you smiling while you're doing it? Okay, the next lane, pick your connection lane. How will you share this work? And who do you want to reach? Then the growth lane. What do you want to learn or improve next? Then I want you to add one word beside each one, a feeling that you want to carry through it. Maybe ease, joy, confidence, or flow. That single word will guide your choices when everything starts to spin again. Ritual doesn't take your freedom, it gives it back to you. So as you plan, I want you to think in rhythms, not resolutions. Block your creative hours before anything else. Mark your rest days like appointments you cannot cancel. And if life knocks you off course, return to the rhythm, not the guilt. Progress is never a straight line. It's a heartbeat, right? It's a rhythm. It keeps moving. Oh, here's another one that's so relative. What? You mean I'm not the only jewelry artist dealing with all the little fears and failures of the business? With this podcast, I have action items, not just worry. Much needed! Exclamation point. Thank you, Studio Magoto. We know who you are, Bet Barnett. Exactly, my friend. Less worry, more action, because action creates clarity, and clarity is what keeps you moving forward. As we step into the next chapter of this show, and thank you for celebrating and listening to the testimonials, I have to share them. It lights me up. I'm shifting the focus just slightly. We've talked a lot of mindset this year. In the beginning, I was going to spend 3 months on mindset, right? Wah, wah. 1 year later, we still have topics to cover. So we're going to shift a little bit, though, from clarity to more how to connect. We're going to talk connection. We spent the first year getting grounded, finding our voice, our rhythm, our confidence. If you're just joining, start from the beginning. Go back and listen. But now we're going to explore what it really means to share that work with the world clearly, confidently, and on your own terms. So here's a little glimpse of what's coming. I've set up some conversations with industry pros and those not in the industry, like a copyright lawyer who's going to help us understand trademark and copyright for artists and how to protect yourself. I also have coming up a talk with Surf about protecting your studio. We've had so many disasters this year and the years leading up to it. I want to really pinpoint what we need to do to prepare in case this happens to you. So we're going to talk about protecting your studio and your livelihood when the unexpected hits. We're also going to have a visit from a financial advisor to do some money and math work. We're going to demystify the numbers side of your creative business. And of course, we're going to have more solo episodes because I have so much to share with you. There's so much more unfolding every day. More real talk about visibility, storytelling, relationships, and the creative momentum that keeps you going. Because this next phase is about building a business that reflects you, not a version of you that fits a mold, but the real evolving artist you already are. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you most proud of this year? What do you want more of next year? What do you want more of next year? And what can you release? My friend Rita always says you have to give something up to get something else. So what can you release to make space for the new? And what ritual will help you stay connected to your creative self? And a ritual can be small. I want you to write it down. I want you to speak it out loud. Block it on the calendar, and then give yourself permission to rest before you actually start, before you begin. The new rhythm starts with space. This has been one of the most meaningful years of my creative life. It's right up there with when I started Creative Side back in 2008. Honestly, I never thought I'd feel like this again. And I want to thank you for showing up with me and helping me reignite my passion. Every message, every review, every time you shared an episode, it's reminded me that there's a community of makers who want to build something honest and sustainable, and that my tribe is still out there. As we move into this next chapter, I want you to remember you don't have to overhaul anything or start over. You've already done so much. Now it's about refining, reconnecting, and returning to what feels true, making space for the new. So be proud of what you've built, write your timeline, claim your next season. And remember, freedom isn't found in doing it all. It's found in doing what matters consistently your way. Thank you so much for being a part of this first year of the Jeweler's View. Here's to another year of momentum, creativity, and community. We're just getting started, my friend. If you've enjoyed these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you'd share the show with another maker or leave a quick review on your listening platform or on YouTube. Those shares and notes help this community grow, and they remind me that these conversations are landing where they're needed most. And if you've been listening and thinking, I'm ready to really dig in this year, I'm ready for more hands-on support, this is for you. I have a few spots open in my coaching subscription. This is an ongoing space for artists who are ready to build real momentum with accountability and structure that actually fits their life. You'll get 2 live meetups each month with yours truly and email support in between. We're going to design a clear system to help you stay focused on what truly matters right now and what really drives you forward. No overwhelm, just honest guidance, steady progress, and someone in your corner helping you move the needle each month. You can find all the details in the show notes or at CourtneyGrayArts.com on my coaching page. Now, take a breath. You have earned it. And as always, I'll see you next week. Onward and upward. Thanks for listening to The Jeweler's View. If today's episode gave you something to think about, consider sending it to a friend or share it on social and tag me at Courtney Gray Arts. You'll find tools, coaching, resources, and the Transform course at CourtneyGrayArts.com. And if no one's told you this lately, remember, you're not behind. You're becoming exactly the kind of maker your business needs. And that kind of depth, it takes time. I'll be back next week, same time, same tough love. Onward and upward.